Hi, I'm Jeff Rubin, an advocate against age discrimination and founder of Senior Moments. Did you know that for the first time in the history of our society, there are more people over the age of 60 than children under the age of 5? And currently, Americans over 50 generate over $7 trillion annually to our economy. And by 2032, that figure will grow to over $13 trillion. Yet despite these eye-opening realities, why is it that a 2021 World Health Organization global report on ageism found that 1 in 2 people are prejudiced against older people? Imagine, if you will, a world without ageism. Ask yourself what that might look like. Maybe it looks like where people are valued rather than devalued. Employment is based on abilities rather than stereotypes. Derogatory terms for older people are as unacceptable as they are for gender or race. And people can flourish at any age. The mission of Senior Moments is to change perspectives on what it means to grow old. And that's why I'm excited to share a few of the comments that people have to say right now about Senior Moments. And I'll be back at the end to answer any questions that you might have. I thank you for your time. I look forward to speaking with you. Take care.
I am honored to have been invited to give my own version of a senior moment. I love what Jeff Rubin has put together in this whole campaign and flipping the narrative on what's a senior moment. So I guess I've kind of given carte blanche to say whatever I think. And I guess what comes to mind for me, I'm 62, and I am by far and far away in the most joyous part of my life.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity to contribute to Senior Moments. I'm 75 years old, and I've retired from the field of senior living, and I've gleaned a lot of wisdom from people over the years. One of the things that I have learned is that people's attitude has a huge influence on how well they age and how they feel about themselves.
What I used to hear is, well, he's just an old fogey. He's over the hill.
A senior moment is a moment of clarity, of wisdom, of a gut check that you can rely on to be the right answer for yourself.
And now I myself am looking ahead to my 8th decade. Here's what I think. When seniors are not considered during product development, it is disrespectful.
Sometimes I feel like a 16-year-old with my hands behind my back, kind of, oh my gosh, am I going to fit in? Sometimes I feel like 50 years old, like, been there, done that, and, it's time for us to get together and get some work done. Other times I feel as if, oh my gosh, I'm a little out of balance here, and thank God I have a table to hold on to or a wall to back up against.
When I was younger, I was thinking, oh, they're old. Oh my, poor thing.
I used to think that aging was sitting in the chair.
You don't think about getting old when you're younger. It just doesn't enter your mind.
When I can no longer walk, when I can no longer talk, when I can no longer bake a cake, make my cookies, and do these things all by myself, then I think I'm old. But until that time,
A tip from this spunky seniorpreneur is not to take yourself so seriously.
I look forward to somebody developing a cocktail that would be common at bars. It'd be called a pile driver, and it's a combination of vodka and Metamucil. You can make a lot of money if you'll do that.
Keep positive, keep yourself busy, and stay off the pity pot.
I remember walking into one of our communities that Garden manages, and in the lobby of the community, there was this 8-foot-high wood carving of the Gettysburg Address. I'm standing there admiring the wood carving, and one of the residents walks up to me, introduces himself. He is the individual who did the wood carving. He didn't take up wood carving until he was 92 years of age. At 96, he spent 3.5 months doing the wood carving. And the wood carving of the Gettysburg Address has been down at the Lincoln Museum in Springfield, Illinois.
You got to love yourself. You got to appreciate the difference that you are. Nobody can be you.
I realize that I'm all of my ages.
What's your goal for the future, Billy?
Enjoy life, what's left.
You can't sell furs anymore.
I haven't sold furs in 40 years.
Found to be true about longevity is that you have to first want it up here in your mind.
I've been lucky enough to start to consider retirement. And the more I interact with the generations behind me, the more I'm finding that I'm becoming more like a teacher. And I'm becoming more like a mentor. And I'm becoming the wise person that's bringing perspective to lots and lots of conversations.
We don't feel secure because it is a house of cards, because we haven't looked inside. It's been built from how we understand the outside, bringing that in instead of understanding the inside and putting that out. So as we grow, as we learn, as we gain more comfort with ourselves and start reflecting, when we don't reflect much, but if we start reflecting on our life, on ourselves, and begin to notice us, notice where we are alive, what triggers us.
Now it's my time to really show off, okay? My senior moment occurred on December 30th, 2021, when I awoke to a wall of flame across the street from the most devastating wildfire Colorado has ever had, the Marshall Fire. Upon leaving for the evacuation, I glanced back at my possessions, and in a moment, I knew my purpose in life.
Maya Angelou said, don't ever forget that people never forget the way you make them feel.
When people bitch and moan, oh God, I'm going to turn 50 or I'm going to turn 40 or I'm going to turn 60 or 70 or 80. Hey, for me, it's just like, okay, let's see what that decade brings. It's going to have some stuff that sucks and it's going to have some stuff that's awesome.
So what gives meaning for your work, etc., is what led me to think about this phrase that guides me, which is meaningful work, paid or unpaid, through the last breath. And I hope to do that. I'm 90 years old and I hope to do things that are meaningful with teaching and learning right till the day I die.